And good morning, people. Welcome back to Freelancer. We are this person down here, Edison Trent. Wait, no, that's wrong. It's Trent Edison, isn't he? No, it is Edison Trent. Trent. He's Trent. And last time we found out he is a survivor from an exploding space station, Freeport 7. Landed on Manhattan with a bunch of other survivors and has got a new job as a freelancer working currently with Liberty Security Force. We protected a convoy and King has informed us that we've now got to go out and find a rogue base, because apparently police and rogues don't like each other. Who would have guessed? Anyway, we've got this, I guess you could call it a ship, but I wouldn't really want to say it's amazing. Can we make any better? Because on planets you do get to buy other ships. I wouldn't recommend this one in the slightest. This is the Rhino. This is a freighter. Freighters have some benefits, but mostly you don't want to be using them. They have a lot of cargo space. That is for sure. However, they usually have a little bit more hull as well, but they are slow. Their shields are fairly bad, and their guns don't usually go up to the same sort of level that yours do, the fighters do. And generally their hard points outside of that are somewhat weaker. But if you're wanting to make money from trade routes, yeah, a freighter is fairly standard. However, most of my money making and my missions will need to be killing enemy ships. Freighters are not good for that, so yeah, I need a fighter. So I'm currently going to stick with the Starflyer that I've got. I will be upgrading it as soon as I can though. Which I can sort of do right now. Because I do have a gun and a missile hardpoint, which isn't being used. My current weapons are two Justice Mark 1s. They do 16 hull damage per shot and 8 shield damage per shot. They fire very quickly. 8.33 is a very fast refire rate. There are other guns. There's 3 types of normal damage dealing guns. There's the laser cannons, which are fast refire rate but have generally less damage per shot. There are plasma cannons, which are high damage but low refire. Generally their refire is around about 2, so they fire around about 1/4 of the times that the laser cannons do. But their damage is fairly comparable to if all laser cannon hits. If all 4 laser cannon hits hit the enemy and 1 plasma cannon hit, it's fairly comparable. Slightly more on the way of plasma cannons, because if you miss one, you are sort of beating yourself up. So laser cannons are if you want to have the easy mode. Plasma cannons if you feel you want the punch. There is also another one, which I don't know what type of cannon it is, but it does a refire rate of 4, so half the time of a laser cannon, but again the hull damage, shield damage is usually fairly comparable. Starbeams are laser cannons. They aren't the same as Justice. There's the Justice class. Justice are Liberty cannons. Starbeams are civilian cannons. So civilian cannons are generally weaker. The military ones tend to be a little bit strong, a little bit more damage. There are pirate weapons as well, but they're a bit more tricky to deal with. At least for the purposes of at the moment. There are also missiles. There are three types of missiles. There is the normal shoot it and hope it hits missile. They tend to do the most damage, and so the javelin is the normal missile which you point in the direction and hope it hits the enemy. They do the most damage in terms of hull and shield. They tend to be a little bit slower though, I believe. There's the Stalker missile, which is a homing missile. Does half the damage, but it's quicker and it actually turns quite a bit better, so it's more likely to hit the enemy. And finally there's the Eraser EMP missile. EMP class, you do also find EMP sort of guns. Deal a lot of shield damage, but very, very little in the way of hull damage. They are there as shield killers. Generally, outside of being just doing the most damage to the shields, their stats aren't really different to a normal missile, except being slightly better turn rate, refire rate. But if you're usually within one missile, the shield will be gone, so you don't really want to fire another one. My problem with missiles is, well, you need ammo. You can only hold 50 of any type of ammo. So you can't just fire them at your leisure. You have to be very careful with what you've got. There are also mines. Two types of mines. The normal drone type mine, which is you fire it behind you, and if someone walks in, runs into you, you're okay. You've done the damage. Generally, you're going to be behind the enemy though, more than in front of them. There's also the seeking mines, which have a bit better hit rate. They also hit a little bit harder, but they are more expensive. Countermeasure droppers, basically there to stop you from being hit with missiles or mines. I believe they stop mines as well. But countermeasure dropper I don't really need right now. This stun pulse turret is a pulse turret, the pulse laser, that's it. The pulse laser is refire rate of 4, a little bit longer in range, and does shield damage more than hull damage. I don't currently have a turret, so this is pretty much moot. But pulse turrets are good for if the enemy has shields. Again, you can usually get through the shields fairly easily, so it's not really that much point in holding one, at least not right now. But I have this placement. I'm going to use a Starbeam class 1. I could fork out for a Starbeam class 2, but the difference between them isn't really that impressive. 14.7, 18.9. For what I'm doing right now, the star beam is plenty. You might think that isn't a great big upgrade, but when we get into combat, you will see the difference from the fights I had before. Sorry about that. Also, once you've bought an item, until you leave this screen, you can still sell it back for the full amount. Once you leave this screen, it will become, I believe, 3/10 of its price or something like that. Let's have a look. Yeah, 3/10 of its price. So yeah, if you wanted to make a decision and you buy it, and you suddenly think, no, I want the next class up, do it before leaving the screen. I also bought some water while I was on Manhattan, didn't I? Let's see what I can sell it for. I bought it for 15. I can sell it for 30. Overall, pretty good profit. Pretty much doubled my money up from what I spent. Construction machinery, I picked that up in the fight against the Order when they destroyed the Rhineland battleship, and this scrap metal I picked up from the fight with the Rogues. I'm going to sell the construction machinery, but the scrap metal I'm going to keep for the moment. Selling it for 5 isn't really that impressive, to be honest. So at the bar, we've got a bribe, we've got some rumours, or there's this new one. This one is a mission. Right now I'm on a mission. I don't think I can get them to actually let me have this mission. At least it wouldn't make sense, because I've got this objective to meet King up above, and to be honest, making money right now is pretty much useless, because I need to do the mission to go up a level. Levels aren't important except in the case of you need the levels to buy better ships. You need the which will make you be able to buy better guns, which will make you be more safe against enemies. But I'll show you the job board more when we get back. Let's go and meet King, shall we? With my now free-gunned Starflyer. Again, mission briefing. Meet King in space above planet Pittsburgh. Our reward for this is 3,500 credits.
There you are. 4 LSF wings from Fort Bush are searching the debris field for the rogue base. They've already taken prisoners. I'm uploading the coordinates for our search pattern. We'll rendezvous with another wing of fighters for our patrol. Hold on, there they are.
Gamma 6, Delta Patrol reports no hostile contacts.
Tell them to keep looking. One way or another, we'll find where those rogues are hiding.
So, enter formation with Epsilon 1. Basically, we are going to be following these around for a while. Basically,
after the attack on our transport, the LSF has dispatched 4 wings to help us track down where these rogues are coming from. They gotta have a secret base around here, and this time, we'll find it.
Mayday, Mayday! This is prison ship XT-19. We're under attack. To all Liberty patrols, please respond!
All units, change course to intercept. I'm uploading a waypoint. This is LSF Patrol Gamma 6. We're on an intercept course and are approaching your position. Over.
Acknowledge Gamma 6. We're under attack by multiple rogue fighters. We have fires on several decks, and our defenses are failing.
Understood. Hang on.
So, something's going on since they've attacked, what, a prison ship? That's quite a big target.
We're taking heavy damage. Get these guys off us.
There she is. She's hurt
Let's
bad.
get involved, shall we?
Everyone, break formation and engage.
Roger that. I picked up some fool on my set.
Again, this is going to be the brunt of a lot of the game. Going around, killing things.
Enemy on my 6.
But you can see how much more damage I'm doing.
Alert!
Just
We're
because
picking
of
up
this
several new
one
hostile
extra
contacts.
ship.
Damn it, more pirates. Trent, defend the prison ship at all costs.
And you're down.
I've got an enemy on my tail.
Let's not shoot the prison ship, shall we? We are here to
I've
protect
picked
it.
my target. Closing in. Lining up a bandit.
Not that I'm certain we can actually kill that thing. And right on. This one, then one more. This is this one
Yeah,
ship.
that was the last one.
You did it! The radar is clear.
XT-19, what is your status? Over.
Fires are contained. We lost life support to several decks, but we're all right. Over.
Acknowledged. Is there any way we can assist you?
Negative. Repair crews from Pittsburgh are on the way. You came just in time.
Glad we could help. Epsilon Wing, stay here in case more rogues show up. Trent and I will continue the search on our own.
Affirmative. Good luck.
I'm uploading new coordinates. Trent, take the lead.
So yeah, just that one, just this one star beam has increased my damage by 50%. Might not seem much, but you might have been able to see the difference in my fighting when I had a chance just to hit them on my own compared to when I was fighting them during the escort mission. Cruise. Cruising in this game lets you go up to an amount of 300. However, while you have your cruise engines on, you cannot fire. You need to be very careful. If you have your cruise engines on while things are firing at you, yeah, that's not really
The rogue base must be around here. They'd never attack something as big as a prison ship too far away from their hideout.
So, back to our search.
Mayday! This is LSF Beta 4. I'm under attack and need assistance.
This is LSF Patrol Gamma 6. We hear you, Beta 4. Where are you? Over.
Near the edge of the debris field. I have several rogue ships on my tail. Can't shake them. My shields are failing.
All right, Trent. Let's take these guys out.
Yeah, let's take these guys out, I guess.
I picked my target. Closing in.
You might notice I went on a bit of ping pong there. When you're in free flight, you can, and generally do, get hit by
failure.
the debris.
Trent, I have a ship on my tail.
The go-to function, since it's sort of an autopilot, tends to miss them quite frequently, or just the debris just disappears while in front of you for some reason.
Enemy on my six.
Hostile is under
So
fire.
if you're going, if you're doing, going to places through debris fields or asteroids or anything like that, go
I
to
picked my
is a
target,
very,
closing
very
in.
good choice.
Enemies firing.
Free flight though is much more fun going through a debris field.
I've been acquired.
Because you actually have to pay attention.
Beta 4, what is your status?
The ship is holding together. Barely.
Where's the rest of your wing?
Gone. We were sweeping through the debris field and ran into heavy fire inside a dense particle cloud.
That's it. You must have been close to their base. Can you show us where you were?
I'm uploading the coordinates now. My systems are fried, and I have a coolant leak. I'm headed back to Pittsburgh.
Good luck, Beta 4.
Thanks. To you as well.
Let's go. Head to the coordinates.
Right, so back to our search. But at least we've got a destination where we can search. And hopefully they'll be there.
Trent, I think this is it. I'm gonna call in for some backup. To all units, this is Gamma 6. We have a potential location of the rogue base. Converge on the following coordinates.
This is Alpha 1, acknowledged. We'll rendezvous at the coordinates. Over.
This is Delta 1, Leader. We're on the far side of Pittsburgh. Changing course to your location. Over.
Wait, I've got something. Incoming rogue fighters, get ready.
As you can see there, I was in go-to and it was avoiding automatically.
They're fleeing into the field.
Gamma 6, this is LSF Alpha 1. What's your status?
The rogue base must be in the cloud ahead. Trent, take the lead.
Understood.
Got one down while doing that, which is good. However,
There! The rogue base! To all units, this is Gamma 6. We've confirmed the location of the rogue base. I'm transmitting new coordinates. All units, I can make out 2 defense platforms and an armored depot. We'll need torpedoes to take it out. Over. Delta Wing is carrying torpedoes. They're on their way, Trent. We can't take out the base. Their armor is too strong, but we can soften up their defenses by taking out the platforms. Let's go. Trent, look out! More pirate ships closing in fast! I hope those reinforcements get here soon.
Got him in sight. Closing.
alright. Weapon platforms have no shields. They do have a lot of firepower.
Have bogey in my
These
sights.
ones don't, but they do have a lot of firepower. They and a lot of health usually.
Taking the shot.
One down, one to go.
These ones aren't
Got a
really that
visual on the enemy.
to be honest.
Second platform is down. Where are these torpedo bombers?
I have enemy target in my sights.
This is LSF Delta 1. We're making our torpedo run at the station. Over.
Enemy target in my sights.
Good to see you guys. Let's finish them off.
Are you inside?
Bogey destroyed.
I have one in my sights.
You are inside. Oh well,
I have one in my sights.
you are pretty much stuck in there.
Torpedoes away.
Great shot, Delta Leader.
Our pleasure, Gamma 6. We couldn't have done it without you.
And there's me up the top there, just floating in space.
I'm hitting him.
Engage the remaining fighters, Trent. We can't let them get away.
And they're dead.
That was the last of them.
Gamma 6, we've got it from here. All units, secure the area.
Good work, Trent. Let's get clear. I'm uploading coordinates for Pittsburgh to your neural net. Let's go.
Go to.
So they are now down one base. Not a bad day's work so far.
Great work back there, Trent. Not bad for a rookie. Something tells me I'm gonna be seeing a lot more of you in the future. What we did here today will hopefully put a dent in the growing crime problem we've been having in this system. Maybe now we can focus our full attention on the Order and anyone who supports them. Schultzky's assassination can't go unpunished. Trent, Junie just sent me a message on the secure channel. Change of plans. I need to divert. Look, if you land on Pittsburgh, talk to one of the deep space reps. They'll have something lined up for you. Meanwhile, I'm transferring your payment now. Thanks for your help. See you around.
Trent, this is Junie. Good job. King just told me how impressed he was with you. Hope this wasn't too much for your first assignment. I wanted to meet up with you, but the attack on Schultzky has everyone rattled. President Jacoby's ordered a full investigation to determine what can be done about the Order. It'll likely mean more work for us soon. Meanwhile, why don't you spread your wings a bit? Familiarize yourself with the New York system. Maybe see what work you can pick up. I'll be in touch. Junie out.
Free play and level requirements. As I mentioned earlier, to go up levels, you need to do certain things. In the case of our last level, from level 1 to 2, we needed to do that mission that I just completed. To get to level 3, we need to do something slightly different. And it tells you about plenty of ways to earn money. We've advanced to level 2. We get press F8. I need 19,382 credits of net worth to go up to level 3. The game will not proceed until I get to level 3. It just doesn't. Well, we've got the choice, the chance though, because really I've had no time to do so. The HUD. On the right, we've got our weapons, so you can turn them off if you want to. So I've just turned off everything except the Starbeam. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but we've got how many nanobots you've got, how many shield batteries you've got. Usually it's best just to have that one down there for me, because nanobots, shield batteries, as long as you can see that, you don't need to see what weapons you've got, because you should know what you've got. On the left, though, is something I do keep up. It's the radar, basically.
That last deal nearly killed me.
You've got the choice of the closest enemy, where you don't have any enemies at the moment. We've got important things, which are usually mission critical enemies, mission critical targets, enemies, or other random things. Depends on the mission, I believe. Ships, basically any ship which is flying near you. So I've got those 2 transports. We've got some starflyers. Nothing else too much. And as you can see, the rogues. He's likely actually coming from me.
No more hostiles. I got damage, but I'm alright. This is DSE Red 6-6 to Planet Pittsburgh. I need to land.
Understood. Your request to land is granted.
We've also got solars, which are docking rings, anything you can dock at, planets,
Red 6-5. You are now cleared to land.
the trade lanes. Also anything that you can't dock at, which is sort of like main planet and stuff like that. Loot, which is around you, or just choose everything.
Showing new enemy. Engage. Engage.
My choice usually is on important for most cases.
Taking on rogues, Blue 12. Weapons are ready.
Well, since they're here,
I am under attack.
well, I didn't think. I thought that missile would do a lot more than it did.
Contact in range. Moving to attack.
Usually in missions you don't fight
Hostile target down.
fight against missiles.
I've got a bandit
However,
in my
in normal
sights.
free flight like this,
I can hold.
missiles do become a thing. Anyways, let's dock on Pittsburgh. Because we need to go and make some money.
Acknowledged. Your request to land is granted. Proceed to land. Bounty Hunters Black 18-4. You are now...
If you're on one of these screens, you can press escape and it will cut you back, cut the sequence. Generally, you can't cut sequences in the game.
Repair
so,
complete.
yeah, that tends to be a thing. Liberty Rogue laser turret. The Liberty Rogues do a little bit more damage but use more energy. That does tend to be the case. I got this just from killing one of those rogues out there. Usually they don't sell for much. This one will sell for 150. It's money. And some javelin missiles which I'll sell because I'm not using them. So how am I going to make money? First things first, I'm going to sell this class 1 shield and pick up the advanced sentry light fighter shield class. Because I want a bit more defense. I can't up my armor because I can't get a better ship, but at least I can pick up a better shield. However, that does, although it doesn't increase the amount of requirement I needed, it does increase the amount I'm going to need because I did lose out on the trade. Because I bought something expensive, more expensive, and sold something than what I sold for. So I do now need to make a little bit more money, but that's fine. So I could go and trade things. I still have that scrap metal from before. I'm still not going to sell it because I'm going to sell it somewhere else. My common choice of making money though will be missions. This one's in the Pittsburgh debris field against the Junkers. This one is also that. And some Liberty Rogues which we know I've already faced a few times in Sector 3E. If we go to the map, 3E. Basically it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squares. By A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. I know it's got these letters here and numbers here, but I believe because of the resolution things, that's not the case. It might be. I might be wrong on that case though. But 3E is roughly around here. I'm thinking I want to fight some Junkers though. I've faced a load of Liberty Rogues. Let's face some Junkers and mix it up a little bit. So I could do this one for 2,300, but I'm going to choose the 2,001 because I do want to do 3 missions before the level up. So, yeah, I need, what is that? 4,500? Yeah. So let's go and see what the junkers are like. They're probably not going to want to see me at all, but that's unfortunate for them. Again, I have a mission to go out and kill things. Tells you what to do basically. There is the choice of, like in this case, dock with the trade ring here, go all the way to Fort Bush and Baltimore, and then go back to the waypoint. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to get to around here, and then deliberately go out of the trade lane to get to that point a bit quicker.
Freelancer Alpha 1-1. This is Planet Pittsburgh. Docking ring cleared. Good luck out there.
We'll bring in a ripe payday.
Enemy ships will be at the mission waypoint. Refer to the nav map for specific instructions.
So I'm going to be on this screen for a bit. Let's zoom in. So roughly when I'm around about this point, I'll be coming out and leaving the trade lane. How do you leave the trade lane? You just go into free flight. And there we go. And I'm out of the trade lane. And it's just a little bit quicker than sort of going all the way to Fort Bush and then coming back. Although it does calculate the best path, it's not always the most, or it tries to calculate the best path, it doesn't always work.
Cancelled.
Hostile ships in range. We've marked them to make them easier to spot.
So jumper ships. Jumper ships are slightly more dangerous, I believe, than Liberty Rogues. Not by much, but
I picked my target. Closing in.
once I kill one, two more show up. This is the essence of a mission. You go out and you kill whatever's there. Because we're the good guys, they're the bad guys. Well, I say that, but we're the freelancer just doing the job for whatever, for the best price.
Enemies, open fire! Evading!
I'm going to be honest about these ships. These, I believe they're called the CSVs. They're old. They are not fighters, I believe.
Looks like you could use a hand.
No, I don't need a hand, but sometimes you do get this, where friendlies turn up trying to help you out. I've got one enemy left. I don't exactly need help.
I picked up some fool on my 6.
Tractor.
Enemies firing.
Let's try and stay off the debris, shall we? Oh, there they are.
Tractor. Failure.
Who
You
should I
did
get some
it.
help
The
from?
area is clear. Well done. Mission Commission signing
One
off.
single deep space engineering starflyer. You can scan them.
Cargo.
You can scan enemies and friendlies. See what they have. You could also switch target, get a little bit of a view of them, and see what they've got on this way as well. But now that that's done, we need to go somewhere.
Engaging rogues. Black 18.
Okay. Can I please have... That's better.
Engaging rogues. Black 18.
Let's go to Baltimore Shipyard, shall we?
Go to.
No, I don't think I want the depot. I want Baltimore Shipyard.
I'm on him.
There are the things called that are just sort of targeted. The depots. Depots can be destroyed for items. I wouldn't recommend it because, well, let's put it simply, the depots also have the reputation, the
Cancelled.
so let's say this depot, I could destroy it, get the items
I'm
inside,
engaging rogues. Gold 13.
but
Area secure.
the Deep Space Engineering won't
Dock.
exactly like me.
Acknowledged. Your request to dock is granted. Please proceed to dock 1. Baltimore Shipyard.
And
We
I
see you
will
on our
lose
scope. Please submit your designation.
reputation with them.
This is Liberty
Usually they'll
Police,
go hostile.
Omicron 3. We're sending the data now.
And
We've
since
received your
if I go
transmission,
hostile
Liberty Police,
with
Omicron 3.
Deep Space
What is your
Engineering right here,
destination?
the police will
We're
not
on a
like me,
patrol mission from Fort Bush. We're
the
going to
LSF will not
Baltimore
like me,
Shipyard.
everything
We finished
will
our
hate
patrol.
me a bit more. And I will be hostile to everything around here and will likely die.
Incoming Liberty Light Fighter Patrol.
So
This is
sometimes you
Fort
have to
Bush. We see you
be
on our
careful of that
scanners.
trigger finger of
Transmit your
yours.
ID code and designation.
Baltimore Shipyard though. What do they have that we can sell and buy? Well, I've now got 2 scrap metal, but I can sell it for 18, which is why I sort of held on to it. 18 is slightly better, which is okay. Equipment wise, I'm actually going to sell this Starbeam. Did I want to? No, I didn't want to sell that Starbeam. I'm on the wrong base for that. I need to go over to Fort Bush. Yeah, let's go over to Fort Bush.
Freelancer Alpha 1-1. This is Baltimore Shipyard. You are cleared for launch. Good luck out there.
Yeah, I'm actually going to buy a fairly
Dock.
Understood. Your request to dock is granted. Proceed to
expensive
dock
gun.
1.
I can get up to a class 3 weapon with that 3rd hard point, so let's
All right,
do that.
this is where we get off. Thanks for your help. This is Liberty Police, Delta 2 dash.
And since this is a police station, I can actually get a couple of choices. There's the plasma cannon, which is 149 and 74 for damage. Fairly decent. However, what I'm wanting is the Justice Mark III. 24 and 12. Not quite as impressive, but to be honest, right now I want laser cannons. I will be picking up plasma cannons, I think fairly soon. I believe with my next ship I'll be going to plasma cannons and 2 lasers, but I'm not sure yet. The only issue with upgrading my weapon is my power consumption. Boron, cobalt. Anything decent here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I could have sold scrap metal for even more here. Oh well. So what do we have? We've got some people that don't want to talk to me. some rumours. So what do we have? How much money do I need now? Because I believe I'm 3,000. Okay. Liberty Rogues in 3E. Liberty Rogues in the Detroit debris field. And Ryan Murphy in 3E, but then you have to bring him back to Fort Bush. I tend to not like them missions. The Detroit debris field is over here. So I think I'm going to do that one. Now, is there anything I can do to make a bit of money going back to Manhattan area? I really don't know enough about the area to really make a difference. Let's just do the mission. That's actually going quite a long way. This is going through 2 trade lanes, and over here there is a outpost over here, so I think I'll be using that.
Freelancer Alpha 1-1. This is Fort Bush. You are cleared for launch. Good flying.
Dock.
Enemy ships will be at the mission waypoint. Refer to the nav map for specific instructions.
-5 to Fort Bush.
Yeah, so just because you picked up a mission doesn't mean it's going to be nearby. Sometimes you do have to go a fair distance.
That last deal nearly killed me.
So I'll meet you when I'm close to that, I think, unless something comes up.
Dock.
This is Trenton to Heavy Transport Convoy. Please identify yourself. This is Ajura Theta 12, submitting data. We've received your transmission, Ajura Theta 12. Where are you heading? We're on a trade mission for... What the hell?
Okay, something just exploded. Oh! Looks like someone just went into the atmosphere over there.
Received your transmission via Red 12. What is
Yeah.
your destination?
The AI can be fairly silly sometimes. So basically that transport ran into Manhattan's atmosphere, trying to get somewhere. The Navy base. I think I'll be heading there in a little bit. But first, we've got some Liberty Rogues to kill. The Detroit debris field is similar to the Pittsburgh, slightly about the same size, slightly smaller, and in a different location. But what you get out of it, if you was to sit in there and mine, it would be scrap metal, just the same as the Pittsburgh field. Well, I say that you sometimes will get different things. I don't think this is as dense either. But then again...
Cancelled.
Hostile ships in range. We've marked them to make them easier to spot.
When I'm done with you, there won't be anything left to ID.
Right. Let's kill these things, shall we?
Enemies firing!
as you can see, I'm not going to lock on this fight, just for the heck of it.
Range. Locking in on enemy.
Sometimes I feel that locking on tends to get in the way.
Did that.
That's one down. There, more didn't turn up, so I believe I'm going to be heading to another waypoint pretty soon.
Enemy has me under fire.
Good work, but you're not finished. You've got more enemies at the next waypoint.
Yep, more in at the next waypoint. So I believe I'm going to fight another 2. I'm going to kill 1, and then 2 more are going to show up. The missions are fairly standard. You're not really going to find anything too special. Let's take that off. At least in the kill things. There are other missions which I will show.
I am under attack. I have enemy target in my sights.
But right now, let's concentrate on finishing these off.
I'm getting hit pretty hard.
Yeah. Because of the new weapon I've got, you might notice my yellow bar down below is sort of draining. There is a reason for that. Each ship has their own energy output. And every weapon, your shields, the afterburners, all have an effect on that energy. If you overdo it, you will eventually lose things.
Tractor failure.
So if you don't have the energy, your shield will recharge slower.
Moving to attack target.
Your afterburners won't charge as quickly.
Enemy has me under
Your weapons
fire.
will not
I
fire.
have enemy target in my sights.
Tractor failure.
So you do need to be
I've got a
mindful of
firefight
that.
on my hands.
You need to really remember about it when you've got powerful weapons, because they drain a lot of energy. I am going to run into energy problems later.
I hear something.
Tractor.
We show area as clear. Good job. Mission commission out.
So I will, you will see it a lot more later.
Dock denied. Destination is too far. Go to.
Right now, it's not really going to be a big thing, but later, yeah. Oh, a trail. Actually, that's better than the Liberty one, isn't it? 2914. Yeah, it is slightly better. Ah, the photon cannon as well. Oh,
Going offensive. Engaging outcasts. Blue 17.
I am engaging outcasts, blue 17.
I'm engaging outcast blue 17.
Dock.
that barrager isn't too bad either.
I'm taking hostile fire here.
Luckily, when you're in this screen, you cannot be killed, as far as I'm aware. I believe you are invulnerable while you are docking. So I've got 7,000, that's not too bad. That trail was very tempting. To be honest, that barrager is actually very good as well. It's got less range, but most effective against positron shields and weakest against graviton shields. If I go to my shield, I have a graviton shield. There's a rock, paper, scissors, I believe. Graviton, positron, and I believe there's a third one. Most police shields are graviton, and I believe pirates are positron. But basically what that is telling you is lasers do well against positron shields. The photon is basically another laser. Lava blades are good against graviton shields and weak against molecular shields. So there is one that's good against positron shields, but oh great, my mind's going. Right, lasers are good against positron shields, weak against graviton shields. Plasma is good against graviton shields, but weak against molecular shields. So there is also one that's good against molecular shields, but weakest against positron shields. That's it. In terms of guns. So yes, there is the rock, paper, scissors of that as well. I think I might just sell these for the time being. Though I might get another one, which would be amazing. We'll have a look. We'll keep them for the moment. If I pick up a second one in my next battle, who knows? It might be good. Because I still need 171 net worth. I could sell those items to get it, but what I'm going to be doing is one more mission. Those are kill ships.
Hello.
Eliminate all hostile ships. Eliminate all hostile ships. I was sort of hoping to do something a bit different, but let's refresh the people in there. By going to a different screen then coming back, people do move. Unfortunately, it doesn't change the job board. The job board does change though on
We've
reload.
spoken before, right?
Kill rogue ships. Oh well, I'm going to load in a couple of times, see if I can get a mission that isn't just go out and kill things. Something a bit more, maybe a bit more personal to someone. And next time, we'll see what happens when we go up to the next level. Because, well, something has to happen. So until then, have a wonderful day, have lots of fun, and happy flying. Goodbye.